My starter is Lizgo. The reason why I run him instead of Tiffany or the other one is that those are like a one-time kind of thing. And for me, I feel like I'm constantly calling from the deck. So I call something, it just gets +3. What happens is that when I call the crit, which is right here, right? You're basically running these 4. It's your main crit because you're getting free draws from them. So you're playing, this is a 12 crit deck, you're playing these 4 crits. Obviously your 4 heals, all Jewel Knights, Jewel Knight crit, and Jewel Knight crit. Crits are your best pal because it ends the game a lot faster, and it also helps you with your rushing, or if you just decide to just have more presence and pressure on your opponent. And this is my favorite because when you have your big ones, Symbol, he's amazing. You're literally adding 10k to any rear guard. And basically it just has to be Jewel Knight. So you could use this in the field, grade 3, grade 2, grade 1. So him, it was mandatory to get 4 because this is a pure Jewel Knight build. And it was just easier for a name for counterblast. I'm not using unflipping perfect guards because I might counterblast a lot from Sword Me and Ashley. And the thing is that this is more versatile when you want to guard against like Heavy Duke, or maybe you want to go against Kagero. You're a little bit more versatile to protecting your rear guards, especially if they're a lot needed. Jewel Knights require, well, Royal Pattern in fact require your rear guards to be there. So it's these 4. Now a lot of people are very iffy on this. It's a limit break enabler. The reason why though is that I play Ashley reverse, and having her do her skill like early game, retire a rear guard from your opponent in the front row, you get to call a grade, well, you get to call any Jewel Knight, and you're basically plussing, what, plussing 1 at that point? I have 3 stride fodders. The reason why is that I want to be able to stride easily. I might have been able to like do a Jewel Knight Supreme or maybe something else, the actual new one from the Fighters collection. I just felt like right now the strides were a lot helpful for getting the pieces I need.
You guys deserve it.
So my favorite card is Sword Me. This is the reason why Royal Patterns are amazing. He's literally a free counterblast Jewel Knight, and you get to call anything. So this is a perfect combo when you call this, counterblast something, and then if you decide you want more hand power, you call this to rear guard. What happens is that he basically says, I'm going to give it +3. It's hitting for 16, so you could basically hit a Vanguard, and they would have to like guard if you get triggers later on. So you're definitely playing 4 of these. Second grade 2 is that you have Tracy's. Tracy's they basically help you make your magic numbers. When you do the grade 1 Sybil +10, she's attacking for 22. At that point, your opponent has to guard with a 15, especially if she has a crit. The last one, it was a little bit iffy for me. I was running Knight of Twin Sword at one point because it was helping me when I would stride into Atmiel, but he was a lot more pressure because literally you wouldn't let him hit, or else I would call another thing for free because I never Soul Blast. So this is basically something that people are like, oh no, I can't let this hit. She's gonna get an extra card and I'm gonna get an extra damage. So this card is amazing for pressure, especially because you might be able to rush, but having an extra pressure, adding another rear guard to your field is gonna help, especially because Royal Paladins, Jewel Knights especially, power each other up by having 3 or more. So I do play, my count right now is 12 grade 2s, and then I think my grade 1s are 13 grade 1s. A lot of people want to do 11 or 12, I guess it's really up to them. Obviously the last one, Ashley Reverse, she basically helps you replenish your field, gets rid of your opponent's rear guards, and then it's just helpful in the whole Jewel Knight build. Now a lot of people, I guess they were surprised I was playing this, Yubane. Yubane is an amazing card because a lot of the time during the games, you're trying to rush through your deck. Sometimes you're calling too much. There was one point where I did 4 sword maze in 2 turns, and at that point I was like, what am I going to do when I run out of all my play cards or all my combo cards? Yubane not only does the extra crit and power for pressure, like as an end game, but he's able to return my deck, as in like do like a little reset for me and give me a little bit more time if I really needed to. But usually he's a lot more pressure to me instead of Julia, because you have to focus on a crit for Julia, and she doesn't return anything, and she's a 10k base, and that's gonna hurt you, especially early game, if that's what you get. So my strides right now, the very main stride I have is for Evangeline. She is amazing. I literally stride into her first. You put her onto the Vanguard, flip herself up, and every single Jewel Knight gets +3. So when I stride her for a second time, all of my columns get +18,000. So literally my columns are about 34,000 without any triggers, and then my Vanguard's hitting for 49,000.
It's like a jingle flower dragon.
Woo! Second one is Atmeal. It was really weird. I was trying to figure out if I was going to do Atmeal or Force Sand Blows, but Atmeal to me just goes with the synergy of me calling something on the field and keeping field present and pressure, because this is saying that I'm getting you +3,000 in the front row, and you still have to guard anything else that I might bring out. So Saint Blow, I mean, he's a little bit obvious. I wasn't really thinking about Samuel at that point, because Saint Blow, he's a lot more threatening, especially if you realize your opponent doesn't have a perfect guard. They literally have to guard, what is this, like maybe 51 maximum? So it also depends on what you have. So they're guarding something that has an extra crit and has high power, and it's just a backup for me sometimes, because I really never had to go to Saint Blow. I literally went to Evangeline straight through, and I would usually finish my game on my second stride. And I never really need to stride anymore, or even Legion. It's really on the way the deck plays. So that is the deck. I like...
Might as well get you and your crew in. Get in. I came in to get the crew.
So this is Jamila, I'm Michelle, this is and then my team, well, my partner, I guess, in this event with my sister, this is Nicole. We were playing Prism for her and then Jewel Knight for me. So, yeah.